This episode is brought to you by the letter H. Anybody who gets that, that is from Family Guy. They're just kind of spoofing on Bert and Ernie. It's hilarious. So if you're not familiar with that, definitely check out the Bert and Ernie segment on Family Guy. It's awesome. Kind of wish that was a real show. Anyway, yeah, we're getting into the H's. But before I move further along, I like to try and keep this series of videos as updated as best I can. So that means I'm going to go through the previous sections that have already been covered and show you what all movies that have been added in since then. So here we go, starting off with a few in the numbers section. I got a really nice edition on Blu-ray of 100, if I can reach that, because I'm not a tall person. Not even average height. Anyway, 100 Tears. So that's cool. Gotta have that one. A new one on me. That is the 10th Victim. So I don't know why I never got around to picking up this movie on a physical copy. The synopsis seems extremely interesting to me, something I would really dig. I guess because it was more of a, I just wasn't collecting as much thrillers at the time. I chalk it up to that. So anyway, the 10th Victim, looking forward to watching that for the first time in my life. So that is that. Okay, and then again, sticking with the numbers, I got 38 Especial. I heard this one was, just reading into this movie, I heard it was just awesome. So, just awesome craziness, chasing down a serial killer. So one of those crazy low-budget Mexican thrillers. So I'll check that out. So 38 Especial. So cool, 38 Special. The model of the gun. But yeah, cool. So, Christ, I'm on my tippy toes here. One more on the top shelf and it gets easier. All right, moving on down. I had to get this, the AGFA Mystery Mixtape Vault. So definitely collecting more of the AGFA stuff. So looking forward to watching this one. And I know I'm gonna dig this one as well. So got that in. And then what I am not happy about and just finding out about is the documentary's getting re-released for Aliens. Damn it, I just grabbed that one. And now they're re-releasing the damn thing with like an extra disc. That's, I swear, with this hobby, it's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. So gosh dang it. I've already mentioned adding that documentary in my previous shelf by shelf, but I just found out about that getting re-released onto a bigger collector's edition. So that is extremely aggravating. They're milking those documentaries. They are. But I love Aliens. Damn it. Anyway, I want to turn this video into a rant. But okay. So, I mean, it's all on us, okay? It's our actions, what we do with collecting. So it's all on us. But it's these companies sometimes. Anyway, moving on. I don't want to start all over. Double feature of, thankfully I found this for a good price, of Amazons and a Barbarian Queen. So cool. Happy to have found that for an okay price. Not really an okay price, but better than what it usually goes for. So it's a double feature of that. It's one of those Shout Factory exclusives that I wasn't collecting a whole lot of Sword and Sorcery, and I foolishly just passed over that one at the time when that came out. And nowadays, I had to track that down. So, okay, that's it for that row. I have not skipped anything. Third row is I just got this in recently. Definitely going to be one of those late night only me watches. That is certainly not a family gathering, or at least not under this roof. The Avon, Forgive Me, I Have Sinned. It's triple feature. It's Forgive Me, I Have Sinned, Pain Mania, and The Story of Prunella. These are just like these crazy roughies. Don't have a whole lot of this type in my personal collection, but sort of expanding a bit with the library here. So I finally went after this pack here. It's been out for a minute, so thankfully that was not out of print by the time I had interest in it. So I got that added in. Next is Bad Channels, an long time favorite. Video store nostalgia for sure. So yeah, Bad Channels, gotta love it. Multiple editions of that movie. It's just one of those movies you just grew up to. So no brainer, had to get that on Blu-ray. I am hearing that it's not the best collector's edition you can have on Blu-ray, unfortunately. It's like not fully uncut. So hey, yeah, I have multiple copies of that movie, and it's one of those movies I'll continue to go after because I'm just a fan of it. All right, and then two movies that are completely new to me are these right here. Double feature of Behind the Door. That's why I mainly got it for Behind the Door. And Below the Surface, two sort of dark melodramas from 1919 and 1920. So yeah, first time ever knowing about these movies thanks to this. Which company was it here that released these? I don't have too many from this. Yeah, I do. It's Flicker Alley. That's the Flicker Fusion line, if I'm correct on that. Probably not. But yeah, I grabbed this. Just the ending, especially with Behind the Door, really intrigued me. So that, okay. Moving on. I know this is a little out of order, but to make it easier on me, I have it sticking right here because it's actually placed back in there. But Birth Rebirth. Extremely interested in checking this out. Heard nothing but great things. So that's that. I will leave that out just because I know that's in the wrong spot and I don't want to forget that I have that out of order. All right, and yeah, one on this next row. So I'm just making sure I'm not skipping anything. Okay, I'm going to take my eyes off the camera and just kind of look around. All right, I'm not skipping anything. So I definitely ate it. I didn't realize that it's best to order from this company directly, because if you order their movies, say from Amazon or Orbit or any other online retailer shop, you're likely not to get because I think these are exclusive to the site only, this nice packaging. So freaking double dipped on the Bloody Lady just to get the complete collector's packaging. And this is very unique. It opens up like an envelope, so that's completely new to me. Maybe not for you guys. You probably collect other labels that sort of do this kind of thing, but it's a first on me. So yeah, I mainly got this for just because it's the story of Elizabeth Bathory, but in animation. That was a weirdness from the 70s. So if you go on to, what are they called? I don't remember. I have their other movie, Twilight, so I went ahead and got Twilight just for the nicer packaging. It's another interesting movie. Go to this. What are they calling themselves? They throw you a free sticker too, which is always cool because I like stickers. Arbellos? Am I saying that right? Arbellos? So yeah, so that's that. Went ahead and got the Bloody Lady with the nice collector's packaging that supposedly is only limited to their site, so order directly through them. If I have that correct from what I'm reading online. I didn't know that at the time, so I started collecting through other sites instead of, anyway, I'm rambling. But yeah, you got a cool sticker with it, so awesome. I am gonna put that, where do I put that so I don't forget about it, because I do want to stick it on something. I'll just throw it there. I should see that. Okay, what's next? The Bloody Lady. Okay. Getting us some more Mondo Macabro releases here. Another one that's completely new to me. No surprise. Mondo always puts out fun, interesting things. I'm gonna butcher that. Bushido, Code of the Forgotten Eight. it just seemed batshit insane, so I had to grab it after reading the synopsis. So got that. Really nice addition for a first time watch for me personally. So that's that. Okay. And sorry that the lighting in here is not the best, guys. I do have the blinds open, excuse me, for this video to get it as best lighting as I can, but the tall bookshelf is kind of blocking a lot of that natural lighting that I would love to have, especially when I'm starting to get down in here for you. Anyway, okay, never had this on DVD. It's Brimstone and Triacle, if I'm saying that right. It has what's his name in it? Steen from The Police, and musician guy. He's also been in a few movies here in his career. But this will also be a first time watch for me. Just one of those movies I never got around to picking up on DVD. DVD, obviously it's been long out of print, but it's always, you could always find it for cheap, so that might be a bad sign. It could be a red flag saying it's not really that good of a movie, but I don't know. I've always had it on my want list. So finally went after it when this release came out. So I'll check that out when I can. All right, getting into the C's. That's it for the B's. I haven't skipped anything, so that's good. Cafe Flesh. This one's a pretty wild one. To put it mildly, excuse me, can't talk. So Cafe Flesh, another one that I've never seen before, released through Mondo Macabro. So I will check that out. That's definitely just a me-only watch. I don't think my wife's going to dig that one. I don't know, she did. We watched Mad, but it was the first time watch for both of us, Mad Foxes. I dug it. I dug Mad Foxes. It's just, I think I let a little bit of the hype over the years. I've been hearing about Mad Foxes, and I think I let some of that hype sort of, I wouldn't say ruin it for me, but just like, okay, that's Mad Foxes. All right. I mean, I get why it's talked about. And I will say this, I absolutely love the ending to Mad Foxes. I'm glad it ended the way it ended. So that was a stand up and clap moment for me personally. But I did for the most part get some enjoyment from Mad Foxes. It's a little kind of all over the place a bit with like the disjointed. But overall, I'm glad to have a copy of Mad Foxes, because that's one I'd been curious about for years and years. I'll have to think about that one and kind of write my thoughts about Mad Foxes, since I'd finally got around to watching that in my life. But yeah, anyway, I kind of went off track on that one. That's what happens when you don't make a video for a while. Okay, after, what did I just cover? It wasn't Mad Foxes, that's for sure. Damn it. Yeah, Cafe Flesh. That'll be another first time for me. Another one. All right, Blind Buy, a new indie cannibal theme. Shit. Okay, yeah, that happens sometimes. Cannibal Comedian. I thought, when you ordered this, it would come with like one of those like collector's lenticular covers. I could have swore I read that correctly, but this is the slipcase for mine. It's not lenticular at all, unless I'm confusing that with another order. I think it was this one. I think I read correctly. I ordered directly through them too. This is Screenbox. I ordered directly. Yeah. So Cannibal Comedian. It looks to be pretty cool. So I like the cannibal theme stuff. From mainstream to indie, it doesn't matter. And then what fell down here? Cannibal Girls, which, yep, that's part of the updated. Completely went out of its slipcover. So hold on, let me put that carefully back in there. Oh yeah, so next is Cannibal Girls, just a big time upgrade from the previous Blu-ray that I had. It was a Canadian Blu-ray release, and that goes right here. So I will, you know what? Yeah, that actually does go right there. Okay, so Cannibal Comedian, Cannibal Girls, and then now there's a lot of cannibal. It's a lot of updates in the cannibal section here. Cannibal Orgy and the films of J.T. the Fifth. So this was another one part of my Vinegar Syndrome order. I just immediately jumped on this because this just seems awesome. So I will check that out. I've not got around to watching that just yet. My pile to watch list is insane. Okay, so that's that. Nothing down there. I always got to look down there just to make sure I'm not skipping anything since I'm way down here. Okay, so only 2 on this next row, which is this row, is coming soon. That was a first time watch, and I really dug this one. This was awesome. Yeah, this was awesome. So some more Hong Kong. I believe this is Hong Kong, if I remember correctly. But enjoyed the hell out of that one. That was good. That was one that had been on my one I actually heard of that was released through Error 4444. So coming soon. I dug that one. Companion, I really enjoyed this one as well. Just went ahead and took a chance on this. This is one of the newer movies. Went ahead and took a chance on that one. I dug that one. So let me keep those out because those are out of order. Just for the purpose of this video, I had them sticking right here because they go back in there. So there's those 2. I liked Companion, but I understand the mixed reviews on that one for sure. But I was entertained by that one as well. I've grown soft in my age, I guess. I don't know. I'm hopeless. All right, so next row is only one title. Yep, one title. And that is for Crocodilius. What a name. Mating season. So it just reminds me of the other like decoys or species or some of the earlier Sci-Fi Channel, made for Sci-Fi Channel original movies. Kind of reminds me of that when I watched the trailer. So I'll give it a shot. Hopefully I get more enjoyment than not from it. Right now it's on the shelf. So Crocodilius. If I'm saying that right, I probably am. I think that's how you pronounce it. All right, into the D's. We're going on 17 minutes here. My apologies, I kind of rambled on a bit. Simply called Daddy, like a dark comedy. This is one released through the new Anchor Bay. So Daddy, have not watched that yet. Because I think it was going to be that, but I ended up choosing Mad Foxes because that's one that I'd been wanting to watch that movie for a long time, and I just never had it on physical media until the most recent release came out. Nothing else on this shelf, so we're continuing down from Daddy to now, well, let me make sure. Okay, so nothing on that row. Okay, so we're good. Trying to get you guys dizzy. All right, imagine when I get to the S's. It's just going to be a whirlwind with this camera. All right, so next is, happy to have found this for a reasonable price. I know a lot of these movies are getting re-released thanks to 4K, but if I came across this for like definitely a much better deal than what it usually goes for nowadays. So I definitely snatched it up because I needed this for my Sword and Sorcery collection. Deathstalker and Deathstalker 2. This is another one of those. I think it was a Shout Factory through their Scream Factory exclusive at the time. Would love to get the rest of the sequels for sure. This is all I have for now. So Deathstalker 1 and 2. I've only seen the first Deathstalker. I've never seen the second one. So at least I don't remember seeing part 2. So that's Deathstalker 1 and 2. Got that added in. Next is Deep Blue Sea with this ridiculous collector's edition. Insane. That totally came out of left field for sure. So fun shark movie. Definitely got to have Deep Blue Sea, or at least I do. So good stuff. We'll see how we'll see if the sequels get re-released. I just have this feeling it'll, if it does get re-released, there'll be like a double feature. I don't know. I could be wrong. All right, next is... Oh, I want to check this out so badly, but I've not. I've only seen coming soon out of these recent Error 4444 releases. So, but this is another one I want to check out. Deform Collection. It just looks batshit insane. So, awesome. Glad to get more Asian craziness into the movie collection, because that is something I have been seriously lacking for so many years. Those type of movies. So we are finally getting them, guys. We're getting spoiled here for sure. All right, and then, all right, I'm just gonna sit on the floor. A double feature for Devil Fetus. Love this movie, with Her Vengeance. So really cool double feature. Extremely nice addition. Just trying to get it more into the light. Beautiful stuff. So awesome. So that goes right there. Next is Devils. Put that added in. Have not seen that yet. That's a completely new to me movie for sure. And we're in the Devil section right now. So the next, I guess, quote unquote, Devil title is Devil's Stay. So that's that. And then, let's see, a documentary all about dinosaurs on film. So Dinosaurs Forever. Really nice set. Pressed disc from what I can remember. Yeah. See, I've already shown these in my previous update. But yeah, Dinosaurs Forever. I just grabbed this through their eBay store. They've got like a shop through their eBay store, and you can get it through their shop online, but they're not, at least at the time, they weren't taking PayPal, and I just was lazy and didn't feel like entering my credit card info and all that stuff. And then you got to prove that you're not a robot, and it was just kind of a hassle. So I found if they had an eBay store, and I just purchased through there. The price came out the same. All right, last row. Not skipping anything, right? Nope. Okay, so next row, the bottom row, is this nice 4K edition for Don't Torture a Duckling. Awesome movie. Another one I have multiple copies of, and we'll continue on collecting this movie because I'm hopeless. Well, it's an awesome movie, so you got to. So yeah, nice brand new 4K edition for Don't Torture a Duckling. And what is next? Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. Which one is this one though? This is the Honor Among Thieves Dungeons and Dragons. So got that. Looking forward to checking that out. I've not seen this one. It's been out for, I don't know, at least a good 5 years now, right? It's got some years to it. Anyway, moving along, because I'm at 20 plus minutes of just doing the overview updates. So that goes way in the back. All right, so that's the D's. Let me get up. On to the E's. A new one from Troma. I like to try and pay attention to what Troma's doing nowadays. So this is one of their newer weird movies. Eating Miss Campbell. It's one of those weird, I guess you could call it a dark comedy, more of. So got that in there. Next is Egg. Nice to finally cross that off the want list for sure. Another one that used to be pretty obscure. Now it's got this ridiculous collector's edition, right? Awesome. Again, Error 4444. Bringing out the excitement for sure. So that's Egg. And then this one, I haven't got around to watching it just yet. There's a few from my previous collection update I've just not watched yet. I'm got a backlog here. The Emerald Forest, it just seemed really interesting to me when I read up on it. And I'm not sure if it's one that fits in with this library of movies, but I'm gonna find out. We'll see. It's it seems like it's got enough thriller action into it to make it okay. I just, after reading the synopsis, I was like, yeah, I have to give that one a chance. I've never seen that one before, I don't think. And then nothing on down. That's it for the E's for now. And then starting with the F's, this giant shelf space killer for sure. Flesh and Blood collection. I mainly got these for just the Zombie Chronicles sequels, and then there's another trilogy of so another whole trilogy that I'm not familiar with that comes with this set, so I grabbed that. So eventually I'll probably take those movies out and then put them in, rearrange, probably do some rearranging, but for now I have them all in this box set, so kind of like the way that looks, so I just have that displayed like that for now. But when space gets a little tight, I probably won't be keeping it in that giant box like that. Anyway, moving on down, Forbidden World, awesome stuff, now in 4K, which is really cool. Kind of, I don't know why it caught me by surprise, but it did, so it's a nice surprise. That's that. And ending, well, no, not just yet. Forgotten Jolly, Volume 8. So got Rings of Fear. That's the only one I'm familiar with in this box set. Reflections in Black, and then AAA Masseuse Good Looking offers her services. Never heard of that one, so yeah. So Volume 8, craziness. And I have to mention, since I'm looking at this Jolly, collection of Jollies, James is back with a brand new channel. Some of you might be familiar with him. He had his previous channel, which was 1RXMAS1. That channel mainly focused on his love for Jolly films, a lot of the obscure stuff, a lot of the stuff I had first heard thanks to his channel. He's back with a brand new, and I'll be sure to mention him in my collection update, because I know a lot of you are not really into these shelf by shelf videos, so I'll mention him in my next collection update. But he is back with a brand new channel. It's Vita period VHS period, like dot. When I say period, I mean dot. So VHS dot. Damn it, let me start all over. Vita, VIDA, dot VHS dot forever dot. But just type up Vita VHS forever and you'll find his channel. I'll have his link. I'll do some links on my collection update video. I'll be sure to put a link to his new channel. It's been like well over a decade since he last played around on YouTube and just talked about horror movies and whatnot. So it's good to see him back. He's definitely one of those guys I always wondered what happened to him. Just kind of dropped off. That's just how the internet can be. We all do that. We just disappear for a while. Just life gets busy, that sort of thing. But he's back. That's his new channel. So those of you who've been around long enough and you're familiar with his previous channel, after 10 plus years, he's got a new channel, completely starting all over. He might go back. He said he might go back to his first channel because it's still up and continue on talking about Jolly and all that stuff. So awesome. So yeah, Jeff, definitely check out James. He's back. And another channel, I've already mentioned him before. He's back with a new channel, and that is Philip with an F. Philip. I have to remember that because I have a bad habit of always thinking every Philip is a PH. But Philip is back. Definitely dig him. He's another cool dude that I've always appreciated. His new channel is Vault of Cinema. I've mentioned him before, but just, I guess, while I'm mentioning other channels, he's back, and so definitely check him out. I can't remember the name of his previous channel, but he's not able, unfortunately, it is still up, but he's not able to log back into that because something about like a lost password, so that sucks. But yeah, Vault of Cinema. Vault of Cinema. All one word, just look into him as well. But yeah, I'll be sure to mention those guys in my next collection of movie update. So yeah, two old school physical media guys with brand new channels that are back. So that's cool. So yeah, welcome back, James. It's good to know that both of you guys are still alive. So awesome. Anyway, so that is Forgotten Jolly Volume 8. Yeah, when the first Forgotten Jolly came out, I was like, James, where are you at? Dude, where are you at? But yeah, so that's that. Okay, and then moving on down is, I'm having to reach up, so it sounds like I'm like out of breath because I could zoom out with this camera and not have to stretch. But anyway, Freckled Max and the Spooks. This is another first time for me. So I got that through, who did I get this through? Death Crocodile. That's right, Death Crocodile. Really nice addition for this zany looking horror comedy spoof of a movie. Yeah, that'll be another first for me. I've never heard of Freckled Max and the Spooks. So cool. Always refreshing to get new movies added into that everything's not a double dip, or at this point a quadruple dip or more. So, all right, still into the F's. I've not skipped over anything, so that's a miracle. It's a double feature for, and a new label too, Funeral Sinestro. I mainly got it for this movie, but I just got it for both these movies. They both look awesome. And I'm going to butcher that. I'm not going to say that right. But it's from a new company called Oh my God. I know the word. I love mummy Egyptian stuff. And for some reason, I can't spit it out of my mouth. Petroglyph Media. Christ. So yeah. All right. I got that double feature. Both Brazilian. I think they're Brazilian. Or is it Mexican? Oh, or is it like Spanish? I don't remember. It's been a minute. But these look absolutely amazing. Obviously, I'm just digging the atmosphere after watching the trailers. So, yeah, double feature of those movies. Got that added in. Try not to say the words added in. It's kind of like a broken record, but can't help that. So, those two movies added to the collection. Never heard of them before until now. They look awesome. And Petroglyph Media. So yeah, brand new label. So there we go. All right, into the that's it for the F's. Into the G's. Okay. Next shelf by shelf video. I'm gonna try not to be so rambly. And just move along faster because we're at 30 minutes and I have not gotten to I haven't started the H's yet. But this is where editing videos comes into helping you out, but I don't ever take the time to do any of that. You guys get to see 100% idiot, see and hear 100% idiot me. Girl Slaves of Morgana Le Fay. I had this on DVD. I've only seen it once, and I need to rewatch it again because it's been years. And I believe Mondo Macabro also released that DVD. So it's an upgrade to a movie I don't remember because it's been a while, but I have seen it. But yeah, now on, is this 4K? Yeah, 4K release. Okay, yeah, 4K edition of this movie from Mondo Macabro. Another awesome label. All right, from Kino Cult line is The Godsend, getting its own standalone edition, so that's always appreciated. Cool movie from the 70s. Excuse me. Well, I was thinking late 70s. 1980, sorry. The Godsend. Another movie I've always liked, and I've bought a few times in my life. So it's nice to get this set of standalone edition. I think the last company was it Shout Factory? Released it as a double feature. It doubled with another movie. I can't remember. So getting into the Godzilla section, I will keep my previous Blu-ray just because it's slightly different from this release here through Criterion. Beautiful edition. This edition does have, it's kind of split in the middle. Some people are disappointed by the dubbing not there and stuff like that, but yeah, I still had to grab this. But yeah, that's why I keep all my Blu-rays and stuff, because you never know. But anyway, Godzilla vs. Biollante, it's a close second. My #1 Godzilla movie will always be Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. Hydra. Or Hydora. Can't ever say that right, but yeah, I just say the Smog Monster. That's my absolute number one. Besides the Destroy All Monsters, that's another fun one. Yeah, this one's awesome too. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Yeah, so Criterion. Hopefully, all these movies get re-released. I very rarely do I say that because I want to keep moving forward. Double dips aren't as exciting for me, unless it's a huge improvement, and that's a different story. But anything to eventually get rid of that. I'm just not a fan of that packaging. It's beautiful, it's nice, but I prefer everything, all the Godzilla stuff being their own nice collectors keep case editions. So it's just not I still have that there. It's not really where I keep that. I just forgot to put that up from my last video. But yeah, anyway, let's move on. I could sure go for a drink of water. Make that clear. A little too early to be drinking the beer. And that's for me, that's just like, that's a weekend thing, really. And it's not every weekend, but anyway. Okay, so that's the G's. Now moving on to the letter H. I still got that Family Guy just getting in my head. Anyway, all right, so that's it for, yeah, is that it for the G's? I'm not skipping anything. Not skipping anything. Okay, so yeah. All right, we're moving forward. 36 minutes in, we're finally to the H's. Okay, it wasn't really that many movies to show. I rambled on, didn't I? Okay, yeah, double feature here with the H-Man and Battle in Outer Space, and that one's getting a nice collector's edition here pretty soon. Battle in Outer Space, I believe that's the one. But here's a much older edition here through, what is this, Mill Creek? Yeah, I mainly got it for the H-Man. Love the H-Man. So H-Man, really nice edition here. This is through Massacre Video of Hack-O-Lantern. Awesome. This is the 30th anniversary edition of that movie. That was an upgrade from a self-released, I believe through the director of DVD at one. No, I'm thinking of Haunted Ween. Never mind. I'm getting confused with Haunted Ween, but I believe Hack-O-Lantern had a DVD release. Maybe not. Maybe that's was lost to just VHS graveyard for the longest. The Halfway House. This is another fun movie. Awesome. Great practical effects. All around fun movie. Love The Halfway House. So that was a huge no-brainer from the DVD. Alright, let me kind of shake my arm. Get a little tired here. I did a lot of stretching previously. Alright, next is Huguza. Am I saying that right? Huguza. This was another awesome one that I'm glad I took a chance on. I only watched it one time though, and that's when that first came out. But I enjoyed that one. Another awesome one. I'm telling you, all these movies are great. The hair extensions. And it also goes by another title that I don't remember. But yeah, hair extensions. Another one I really liked, environmental horror, nature horror, I guess you could say, The Hollow. Really enjoyed this creature feature, and I love the ending too. I just kind of left it open. So good stuff. This is through, yeah, IFC Midnight. And some of this IFC Midnight, some of these movies have been getting re-released recently, so this is a really nice addition. So hopefully we don't, I don't know, I'm being selfish by saying that, but this really is a nice addition. But anyway, moving on. What is going on here? Here we go. Hallows Eve, another Halloween-themed slasher flick with what's her name in it? Yeah, Danielle Harris and Tiffany Shepis, and yeah, a whole lot of familiar faces in this one. Yeah, so Hallows Eve, little indie, low-budget slasher. Getting into the Halloween section. This is the 4K collections of Halloween, Halloween 2. These two, love these two. Love this one, Halloween 3. Love these two as well. Halloween 4 and 5. Love Halloween 4 a little more than part 5. And then you have this collection pack, which features the 1995 through 2002 Halloween 4K collection pack, which is an interesting collection here. Yeah, the Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween 6. That's mainly why I grabbed this pack. And you have Halloween H2O and Halloween Resurrection. I'm still, to this day, I'm still really not into those other two movies as much, really. And then this box set I'll forever have. It's just the Halloween 1 through, I think, the Rob Zombie movies. Never had the Rob Zombie Halloween movies until this collection, this box set came out. So that was a perfect excuse to go after them, I guess. So yeah, have that. And then because that laid down, it's going to be hard to... Why did I take that out? Why did I take that out? Okay, let me put that back in. All right, more 4Ks of what is this one? Oh, 2018. Okay, Halloween 18. It's that one. The trilogy, I should say. Halloween Kills, which I enjoyed these. These were fine. Halloween Ends, I get though. I get the way that ended. That really irritated a lot of Halloween fans for sure. But at this point, my attitude is like I don't care. I don't care. They're gonna keep pumping them out, so you'll always have the originals, so it's whatever. At this point, it's whatever. Okay, so moving along, Hallucination. Some more exploitation weirdness. There's our German cuckoo clock at work. I don't know if you guys can hear that. For some reason, I can't move along until it stops. Okay. Hammer Films collection. This has it's 20 films. So yeah, that. This is Hammer Horror 8 film collection pack. Got a few of those. Is this the documentary? Yes, documentaries here. The Hammer Horror the Warner Bros years documentary. So very cool. That. Hannah Dama, if I'm saying that right. I have not seen this yet. I've had this in the collection for a while. Cool movie, The Hand. That was another upgrade from the DVD. Really cool movie. Definitely check that one out if you haven't already. Oh, I'll probably be wrong about this one as well, but I'm thinking 1981, early 80s. Handgun. Nice to finally add this into my collection. This is another one that was just on my want list for like way too long. So Handgun and doubled with Deep in the Heart. I've not got around to watching Deep in the Heart yet, but Handgun is awesome. Hands of the Ripper, really cool. Older Synapse release. The Hand That Feeds the Dead, also known as I don't remember. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I have a feeling this is going to get re-released into a really nice beefy edition. What makes me say that is because Basic Instinct, how that one's getting a really nice treatment. So, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I wouldn't be surprised if Vinegar Syndrome handles this one. I just have that feeling. I think so. I don't know. I can definitely see Vinegar Syndrome getting this. Maybe I'm way off because it's who puts this out? I don't remember. But anyway, moving on. Hanger, nasty little indie movie. Hanger. I still keep my DVD edition because it's a really nice DVD edition. It just has different cover art, but I believe all the special features are the same. I'd have to go back and look at my DVD edition. But yeah, Hanger, Ryan Nicholson movie. This one is released through Unearthed Films, another company I really like and that's making things exciting. Hanger 18, some more sci-fi paranoia, alien themed stuff here. So yeah, Hanger 18, that was a first time watch. I enjoyed it. I'm definitely a fan of Hanger 18. Hangman. I remember digging this one as well. I've only watched that one once. The Hangman. I've not watched this yet. Another spooky boogeyman themed indie horror movie. Hangover Swear. Gotta have it. Classic. Dark neo-noir stuff. Got a few neo-noir, not neo-noir. What am I? Noir. Just noir. Old school noir stuff. I have a few. I'm kind of picky on that stuff, but I do have a few sprinkled in with my horrors and thrillers. Hannibal. This is a crime because I don't remember who directed this. Who directed this? Moving along. We're at 45 minutes. Yeah, Hannibal. I've got all my Hannibals. No, I don't. I thought I had Silence. I thought I had this stuff with my Silence of the Lambs, but Silence of the Lambs, I should have that here, but I don't. It's in the S's. But the complete TV series of Hannibal. Good show. Enjoyed that one. And then Hannibal Rising. I dug that one as well. I liked them all. Red Dragon, Manhunter, all that stuff. Of course, I have Red Dragon, Manhunter. I believe I have Red Dragon next to Silence of the Lambs. And Manhunter might be in the M's section for some retarded reason. Maybe I do have that next to in the S's. I don't. We'll know. I'll find out once we get to that. Hansel and Gretel, and this really nice. What do you call these guys? Digibooks. This is more of a UK kind of thing. That's why I was surprised it came packaged like this. But yeah, pretty cool. One that I had been wanting in my collection forever because I remember watching this when I was a kid, and it's definitely one of the earlier ones that I was exposed to. So Hansel and Gretel. Surprisingly, I believe, yeah, I watched this one actually in elementary school at the library. My librarian, Miss Latimer, had this and showed it to us. It was crazy, but yeah, it's an early introduction into the spooky stuff for sure when I was a little kid. So Hansel and Gretel, good stuff. I was excited when that got announced. And I will say that was the first time of learning about makeup, practical effects and stuff like that. Was behind the scenes of one of the Hansel and Gretel stories. I don't think it was this one, but yeah, good stuff. Hansel and Gretel, some more spooky Asian stuff. That was a good one. That was an upgrade from DVD as well. This is a cool little indie slasher movie. It's also called Hansel and Gretel, and this is from the Asylum. One of the better movies to be released through Asylum. Enjoyed the hell out of this movie. This was a really nice surprise. Low expectations, but yeah, it caught me off guard. This is actually really well done. Yeah, I'll say that's definitely a gem of a movie, and it's put out by the Asylum. So every now and then, Asylum will put out some good stuff. Just my humble opinion, but yeah, really good movie. Good little horror flick. And then Hansel and Gretel Get Baked, another fun one. Enjoyed this one as well. I think I should stop this at like the 15-minute mark. Hansel and Gretel, another fun one. Action, horror, fantasy all rolled into one. A lot of fun. Love the way the look of the witches and the troll and stuff like that. So good stuff. Yeah, good, awesome scenes in that one. CGI is really well done. Some practical effects. Good stuff. Hands of Steel. I have not watched this yet. I just collected a whole bunch of these apocalyptic craziness recently, so this will be a new one on me as well. So I've not got around to. I've never seen Hands of Steel. It definitely reminds me of the video store days for sure, because I do remember seeing that. I never got around to renting it. Hanukkah. This is a Jewish themed horror film. I don't think I said that right, did I? Hanukkah. It's an indie slasher, I believe, if I remember correctly. And I'm going to end it with Nah, I can't end the video with this one, can I? The Happening, I actually do get some enjoyment from this movie. It's just unintentional hilarity. So yeah, The Happening, and then I'm gonna end it with Happiness. Finally got this crazy ass movie added into my collection, so definitely one of those ones I've been wanting to watch for years, and it did not disappoint. It is a downer of a movie for sure. And its reputation is very much deserved. So I'm going to end it with, because that's easy to remember, I'm going to end it with Happiness. And my apologies for getting rambly throughout some of this video here. So thanks for sticking with me through this video. So, all right, guys, take it easy. Later.